Salam, my students. Good morning. Today we have to continue something in the course Grammar 2, and you realize like last time we reached Unit 81, but today we have to continue and skip Unit 83 and Unit 82 and start with Unit 84. So in this unit, we just have to understand what doing, like if we have to start the sentence with there and it. So there is. Here we could use it a lot in our conversation. And for that, if you look at the example here, there is a new restaurant in Hill Street. Yes, I know I have heard it's very good. So when we describe it, it's very good, and when we try to show the direction or give an information, we'll say there is or there was sometimes and there has been. So we have three issues here to talk about, like there is, there was, if the case is what we call like in the past, or it's already gone or finished, and there has been. So this is another point for there has been based on the sentence structure. And it, when you use it, like it is, or it's very good, or it was complete surprise, that's the structure of using them. So sometimes there means what? To or at. Like there is nobody living there. It means the place there in the house, inside the house. That's the meaning. Let's continue something here. There will be, there must be. This is another structure that followed there. So sometimes we say there will be, there must have been, there might be, there must be, there is bound, there is sure, there is going to be, there used to be, there is likely to be. So all these structures are accurate, but sometimes we rarely use some of them. Like I don't think it will be easy to say there is supposed to be, and little people or few people, they can say there is likely to be or there is supposed to be. A few people to mention this structure, but we have to understand that it's accurate. Here another point, like there wouldn't be so many accidents, there must have been somebody at home, there is bound to be. So compare there and it must be, there must be. So what's the difference? It here living on a busy road, and there must be a lot of noise. That means like another description, another way of description. We are not here to focus on that point a lot. We need to move on to C. That's the point that we are looking for. So in C here, it's dangerous to walk in the road. In the road, normally we use it. So why here we use it at the beginning of sentences? So that's very important to understand, that at the beginning of the sentences we can put it. It's a shame that you can't come to the party. It's not worthy waiting any longer. And here, how far is it? How, or it's a long time since we last saw you. And compare it here, it was windy, but there was a cold wind. So that's a lesson very quick. So here we need to understand, like both there is, was, or there was, and it is or it was. This is depend on the sentence. So like here, if we have like yesterday, it means something with was. That's in general. Here, like what's the new restaurant like? Is it good? And here the journey took. So from here, took a long time. It means there was. From here, because we have passed, then we have to put there was a lot of traffic, not it was. Okay, so we finish from Unit 84. You can answer the question number 3 here. It's very good question. Complete the sentences. Use the word there would be, there used to be. Look at it and answer the question number 1. That will be good enough for you to understand the lesson. Let's move to the next one, unit 85. We have some and any. Again, it back to be raised. So some, we mentioned it in a previous lesson, and any same. Like here they say you can recognize something, somebody, someone, something in positive sentences, and anybody in negative sentences. This is in general, this is what we learn in the schools and what we have learned during grammar 1. So this is, I don't think someone has any problem in revising or keep in their mind, on your mind, what is here. So we bought some flowers. We didn't buy any flowers. He's busy, he has some work to do. He's lazy, he never does any work. So this is the first point. Some with positive and any with negative sentences. We use any in the following sentences. She went out without any money. It means she has no money. Even it looks like it's a negative background or negative point of view. He refused to eat anything. He didn't eat anything. It's very easy exam. Hardly anybody fails. So anybody or any, it refers to also negative idea or negative point of view. B, we use both some, any question, some, somebody, something to talk about a person. So from somebody and something, you need to talk about person or a thing. So somebody for some person or one person, and something for one thing. This is very clear to all of you. So if we need to ask a question, are you waiting for somebody? It means I'm asking about one person. We use some in questions like, can I have some sugar please? Would you like something to eat? So we have some or something. It usually comes into question structure. So but in some cases, any also, it has their own way in questions. Do you have any luggage? Maybe you do, maybe not. So here the point that you ask and you are unreal or not sure about whether the person has or not. That's why we use the structure of any for prediction or for kind of susceptible or uncertain condition. Is there anybody in the house? So we are not sure. And C, if plus any, like let me know if you need anything, if anyone has any questions. So this is like a question for reviewing or for the feedback. We use this structure for any feedback or any feedback from the students, from maybe people, from maybe the population or someone in the street. That's the way for asking. I'm sorry for any trouble I have caused. It means if I have caused any trouble for any this is like the police want to speak to anyone who saw the accident. Like if there is anyone, it's perfect or it's nice to have somebody to get his own words. So we have here D. We also use any with meaning it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter like what? You can take any pass. It means there is no difference between one and another. All of passes has the same function. Come and see me anytime. So I'm available at any time. We forgot to lock the door. Anybody could have come in. So compare some and any. I'm hungry. I want something to eat. What would you like? I don't mind anything. Let's go out somewhere. Where shall we go? Anywhere. So anywhere also it's about the direction. Anything is about something. And last, somebody, someone, anybody, anyone. What's the difference? Someone is here to see you. It means it's accurately or surely there is someone here. And here if anybody wants to leave early, they can. So I'm not defining whether he or she. Someone has forgotten their umbrella. It means his or her. or maybe few people together. So this is the way for using they, them, their in the sentences. And someone can mean maybe he or she, because we cannot say someone has forgotten his umbrella. Why we put there? We avoid adding her or his, because we are not sure about his or her. That's why instead of filling this gap, we have to understand that there can reflect he, her, and his. That's very important point here to remember. There means his or her. Anybody wants to leave early, they can. If anybody, they can. It means like maybe he or she or a group of people. So if anybody wants to leave early, it's not accurate to put he or she, or like he can or she can. It's better to make it general like this, they can. Okay, fine. For the question here, we could answer the question 1, like we didn't buy any flowers tonight. Why we put any here? Because it's already negative. Tonight I'm going out with some friends of mine, like this is very clear. Number 3 here, like the question number 3, it's also great because we need to understand that we have to put noun and use any, anybody, anything, anywhere in this structure. I hope you answer them carefully. Unit 86. So in this unit, what we need to understand, it's about no one and or none, no, any, nothing, nobody. So here it's another structure how we can put no plus noun in the sentences, and no and none has same function, but let's look at the structure. We use no plus noun, like no bus, no shops. We use no as not. So we had to walk home, there was no bus. Sarah will have no trouble finding job. It means she has no problem into finding another job or any shop. There were no shops open. It means no one is open their shop, like the shop already closed. You can use no plus noun, like no reason was given. So here at the beginning of the sentence, none without a noun. So here the point, how much money do you have? I answer only none. It means nothing. All the tickets have been sold. There are none left, nothing left. So instead of saying there is no tickets left, we can say there are none left, without defining or without repeating the word tickets. So this ticket here, without repeating it, we put none. Okay, we use none of. This money is all yours, none of it is mine. None of, also another structure to be used. Compare no, none, and any. I have no luggage. How much luggage do you have? None. Or I don't have any. So we can answer I don't have any or none. That's very clear answer that it's not belong to me. So after none of a plural noun of students, none of them, etc. The verb can be singular or plural. Noun of the students were happy, or none of the students were happy. None of the students was happy. This can be based on what? Verb be singular or plural, but the point here after none, the plural, like none of the students, none of them. So here the point, none of the students were happy, or none of the students was happy. So sometimes we reflect the verb based on the numbering here, like students, it means a lot, were, and sometimes we just say none because it means singular word. Here we reflect it was. So the both structure, whether we put were or was, both are accurate. Nothing is nothing has any issue with it. So nothing, also nobody, no one, nowhere. So you can use these words at the beginning of the sentences or alone as answers to questions. So here, what's going to happen? Here they say nobody knows. No one knows. So no one, you can see the hyphenation here. So this is called hyphenation mark between no and one. So it's very clear to you to understand that no and one, two words, but we make them one based on hyphenation mark. What happened? Nothing. Where are you going? Nowhere. I'm staying here. You can also use these words after verb, especially after be and have. The house is empty. There is nobody living there. We had nothing to eat. We had nothing to eat. So the case here is still in conversation. This is very clear that you could use them in the conversation, but remember, like if I say nobody, it means knows. It means here is a singular word. I have to put s here, not nobody know. Nobody knows, and here no one knows, not know. So be careful about the singular and the plural and the singular or the verb and subject agreements. This is very clear here. You have to understand subject verb agreements. Okay, go down. Nothing and nobody, it's equal to not anything, anybody. So how? I said nothing, it means I didn't speak anything. I didn't say anything, so the same meaning. I didn't say anything, I said nothing. Both has the structure accurately. Jane told anybody about her plans, or Jane told nobody. It means no one has the secret. Nobody hear anything about the plan. Jane didn't tell anybody about her plans. So the structure here, we can recognize that didn't usually comes with anybody, but here, because the sentence is clear and positive, Jane told nobody about her plans. So I can say Jane told anybody. I mean, told instead of saying like nobody. So here Jane told nobody, and equal to it, Jane didn't tell anybody about her plan. They have nowhere to live. They don't have anywhere to live. So be careful about using any or any with a negative, and here no with positive sentences. They have nowhere to live. So nothing here and nobody. If you can see the negative, we can use negative verb isn't, didn't, like I said nothing, not I didn't say nothing. You cannot put nothing and negative verb in the same sentences. I can say I didn't, or he isn't, or he doesn't say nothing. He doesn't say nothing. This is very uncommon, and it's an error, mistake that you commit. So I said nothing, that's it. Don't commit a mistake by put two negative or two negations in the same sentence, except if there is another structure. So see here, after nobody, no one, you can use they, them, their. So how? If you back to unit 85, we mentioned this in the previous page. We like see unit 85 again, E. So we can look down 85E to understand. Nobody is perfect. Are they? It means is he or she perfect? Nobody is perfect. Are they? So why we put are here? So we put are because are means he or she. So nobody is perfect. We cannot say he is or is he. So because here nobody, it means he or she. So I have to put here are they, not is he or isn't he. No one did what I asked them to do. So here No one did what I asked them. So I hope that you understand that them belong to him and her, and nobody in the class did their homework. It means nobody in the class did her or his homework or his assignment. That's to understand that usually the possessive here pronoun, we have to understand it belongs to nobody, whether male or female, he or she or his or her. That's or him or her. That's the point about what we are looking for. Sometimes anything, anybody, etc. means it doesn't matter. Like what? Let's look at the comparison here. Compare no with any. There was no bus, so we walked home. You can take any bus. They all go to the center. It doesn't matter which one you pick up. What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Nothing. I'm not hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat anything. So it's a difficult job. Nobody wants to do it. It's a very easy job. Anybody can do it. So the point here, if you use any here, the point, it doesn't matter. Anything, it doesn't matter what. Any bus, it doesn't matter which bus. So that lesson that we need to be careful about it. You can check back unit 85 to look at none of and some and any. This is for the lesson. So here the question one is also very important. Let's look at the first example. It was a public holiday, so there were no shops open. I don't have any money. Can you lend me some money or some? We had to walk home. There were no taxis. That's the point of it. So be careful about answering. You can also answer question number 4, which is right. She didn't tell anybody about her plans. It means anybody is correct. The accident looked bad, but fortunately nobody was seriously injured. So you cannot say nobody, you cannot say anybody was seriously injured, because here you need to define that all of them, they are safe. Okay, that's the lesson for today. Next video, it will be about unit 87, 88 and 89, about much, many, little. Please be careful. I wish to talk to you after a few minutes in another video, so be tuned to listen for another one. I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot, but this is the way for continuation. Thank you again.